Shalom! Welcome to the second day of our novena for the World Communications Day, on the solemnity of the Ascension of our Divine Master to heaven. Our topic is hitting the streets, the need to meet people face to face for authentic news reporting. Pope Francis says,
"The crisis of the publishing industry risks leading to a reportage created in newsrooms, in front of personal or company computers, and on social networks, without ever hitting the streets, meeting people face to face to research stories or to verify certain situations firsthand. Unless we open ourselves to this kind of encounter, we remain mere spectators. For all the technical innovations that enable us to feel immersed in a larger and more immediate reality."
We are pleased to have with us Kathlynne Diaz, the host of Luck Bites of TV Maria, to share her personal testimony.
Hi everyone! Being a host of our travel program Luck Bites, it helped me gain a wider perspective on things, not only about the appearance and history of our featured church, but also with the people we meet in every episode that we produce. People don't see it often when watching the program, but for us, doing the production on the ground, we are so exposed to different kind of people, meeting them and always learning something new from them. There's these two episodes I wouldn't forget. One is our Quiapo Church episode. There, we met and even went inside the Muslim mausoleum. And another one is the Mount Carmel episode. This one touched my heart so much when we paid a visit to the cancer patients at the Children's Hospital in Quezon City. Let me share with you the story behind these two episodes. So, I think you can imagine the Muslim community in Quiapo, with the men wearing turban and the girls wearing hijab. The place looks very intimidating and unfamiliar at first. As for me, I felt I wasn't safe in the area, that at any given moment, someone might just rob us or hit us out of nowhere. But I was so wrong. Everyone was so warm and accommodating. They were very pleasant. The imam accompanied us and even invited us in their mausoleum. Right there, we were experiencing inter-religious dialogue with our fellow Muslims. That idea of who they are vanished instantly. I realized it was just me and my wrong judgment about them. I wouldn't be able to fully understand that they too are ordinary people, that they too respect the same God, and that they too deserve the same respect we want for ourselves. They are our neighbors. We need to reach out to them in order to fulfill the peace that we all desire. That was the highlight of the shoot for me. I got so inspired that we had several beautiful shots within the community, and that even transpired in our production. The editor of the program, which happens to be me as well, I made sure that that little part of interreligious dialogue must be loud and clear to the viewers, to be able to change their perspective as well. And the other one, this one made me cry as we were shooting this. So we went to this children's hospital in Quezon City. The plan was to interview the coordinator of Mount Carmel, to ask the usuals. What is his work? How does this help him? And things like that. But even before we started the interview, while we were walking in the corridor, seeing children from infants to about 6 or 7 years old, I guess, with dextrose, and some we even saw vomiting because they just finished their chemo. It broke our hearts. I even remember our producer and director, Miss Sharon, She had to stop the interview because in the middle of the interview, she could no longer proceed with the questioning. She was literally in tears while asking the interviewee. And another was our cameraman. He experienced another heartbreaking scene. Imagine this. One child ran toward him and was asking him to carry him. I couldn't remember if Kuya Robert cried, but he carried the child. He carried him twice, I think. And when we were about to leave, he had a pretty hard time leaving. He kept on looking at that room where we stayed. And for me, as the host of the program, of course, I had to do some interaction shots with the children. And talking to the children and the parents tore my heart into pieces. This one child, she was coloring. And while doing that, she said with a soft voice, "I want to be an artist." Everyone in the room had their different kind of story. They all have their own heartaches, and we were blessed to have realized that and open our minds and eyes to the reality how hard life is to others. I felt thankful that I am okay and felt sad that those children had to undergo that kind of pain. We ended that day with hope that they will be okay. Of course, we prayed for them. So why am I sharing this? Because the realization for me here is we have to hit the streets of media and experience it firsthand to be able to share something worthwhile to the world. Just as what Pope Francis mentioned in his World Communications Day message, hitting the streets of media as direct knowledge born of experience and not of hearsay. It is no longer because of your words that we believe, for we have heard for ourselves. We just need to come and see. Thank you po, and keep safe.
Prayer for the 55th World Communications Day by Pope Francis. Lord, teach us to move beyond ourselves and to set out in search of truth. Teach us to go out and see. Teach us to listen, not to entertain prejudices or draw hasty conclusions. Teach us to go where no one else will go, to take the time needed to understand, to pay attention to the essentials, not to be distracted by the superfluous, to distinguish deceptive appearances from the truth. Grant us the grace to recognize your dwelling places in our world and the honesty to tell others what we have seen. Amen.